This video is sponsored by minfiigures.me. Hi and welcome back to CutTheKragle. Today we're going to be taking a look at something extra special. A custom LEGO Stargate set and custom LEGO Stargate minifigures you can actually buy. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe and turn on notifications. You'll be doing me a massive favour, as it really helps the channel grow and means we can make more custom stuff like this in the future. So this beauty that you see before you was designed by my good friend Sam Jones, aka Flash Gordon, aka the Brickkeeper. You may remember that he designed the spectacular UCS style LEGO Doctor Who TARDIS I built a few months back. If you haven't already, be sure to check out that video when you're done here. Sam casually mentioned that he was toying with the idea of designing a LEGO Stargate MOC, and I very quickly told Sam that this was something he needed to do, but he wasn't convinced. So I pleaded and begged and even threatened his personal well-being with physical violence. And when none of that worked, I bought him his very own girlfriend and paid for her to be shipped over from Australia. Although due to a clerical error, she also ended up being named Sam. For those of you who don't know, Stargate started life as a 1994 science fiction adventure film starring Kurt Russell and James Spader. The movie follows a jaded US Air Force colonel and an unrespected archaeologist as they journey through the Stargate, a portal which transports them millions of light years from Earth and strands them on an alien planet ruled by the ancient Egyptian god, Ra. 3 years later, Stargate SG-1 hit television screens, continuing the adventures and expanding the lore established in the theatrical movie. The series did away with most of the original cast, replacing Russell with Richard Dean Anderson and Spader with Michael Shanks. Stargate SG-1 was a huge global success, becoming one of the longest running science fiction shows and spawning several spin-offs. I think Sam has done a superb job in recreating the Stargate in LEGO form. A big circular ring thingy isn't exactly the easiest shape to recreate using an interconnecting brick system, but this looks brilliant. I really love this hinge technique that he's used to simulate the curve of the Stargate. You'll notice that the chevrons are ornated with some trans orange pieces in the centre of each one, and I really love how they catch the light. Fans will remember that was one of the cosmetic changes made to the Stargate between the movie and TV show. In the original, these were just plain metal, but from the pilot, Children of the Gods, onwards, these would light up and glow when the Stargate was in use. I did give Sam some feedback as he was designing this, and one thing I had to point out to him more than once was that the Stargate actually has 9 chevrons, not 7, and not 8 as he then changed it to, but we got there in the end. On the sides, you'll notice these red capacitors. These are used to power and operate the Stargate on Earth, and I know Sam has included these cables on them because he has plans to expand this into an even bigger build of Stargate Command. I'm also a big fan of this ramp. This is what the teams would use to enter or exit the gate. Something about it just looks really cool. I love the grill pattern pieces and of course the lights on the railings as well. But an unexpected play feature is that this actually flips up too. Not sure why you would want it to do that. Unless you wanted to hide some golf clubs in a hurry, maybe.
Colonel Neil, what the hell are you doing? In the middle of my backswing?
It was around the time that Sam was finishing work on the ramp that we realised this was actually gonna be pretty much minifig scale. So I took it upon myself to to design some custom LEGO minifigures of SG-1 and got my buddies over at minfiigures.me to print them out for me. I think they've turned out great. On the left here we have Colonel Jack O'Neill, that's O'Neill with 2 L's, and on the right we have Dr. Daniel Jackson. It would have been very easy to just have given all these minifigures the exact same torso print, but I wanted their outfits to have subtle differences that reflect their individual characteristics. For example, being a scientist rather than a soldier, Daniel doesn't have the spare mag pouches that Jack does. You can see they also have printing on the sides of their legs as well, and of course they have the patch with the symbol for Earth on their left arm. Next we have Samantha Carter and Teal'c. One thing I forgot to show is that these also have some very nice back printing for their flak jackets on their torsos. And for Teal'c, we even gave him this little assembly for his Jafar staff weapon. This was kinda tricky to recreate to minifig scale, but I think it looks pretty good, and I really like how we used the oar paddle piece for the end here. Now of course, I said we made LEGO Stargate you could actually buy, and you're probably thinking, well, just how do I buy these amazingly wonderful creations? Well, if you follow the link in the description below, you can purchase the official instructions and parts list for the LEGO Stargate MOC from Sam's Etsy store, the Brickkeeper. You'll also see he has instructions for his UCS TARDIS build on there as well. And very soon, you'll also be able to buy these custom SG-1 minifigures from minfiigures.me. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, because I'll be posting as soon as they go live, and there may even be a cheeky discount code in it for you too. Personally, I'm in love with this custom LEGO Stargate display. I think Sam did a tremendous job in recreating the actual Stargate in LEGO form, and I'm not too humble enough to say that I am pretty pleased with how the custom minifigures turned out as well. Luckily for me, Mrs. Kragle is an even bigger Stargate fan than I am, so there won't be any arguments about this taking pride of place on display. What do you think of our custom LEGO Stargate set of minifigures? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, and if you haven't already, be a legend and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Laters.